National Weather Service of Juneau has authorized this urgent winter weather message for the Hanesboro and Lynn Canal, including the city of Haines. Winter storm warning remains in effect from 4 a.m. to 7 p.m. Alaskan Daylight Time Friday. Snow will begin late Thursday night, then increase with peak snowfall rates Friday morning. Snow will taper off and become scattered through Friday evening. Snow accumulations of 1 to 3 inches through early Friday morning with an additional 4 to 7 inches through Friday afternoon. Storm total accumulation of 5 to 10 inches. Winds from the north 20 to 30 miles per hour with gusts of 40 miles per hour near Lynn Canal. Winds will become gusty further inland with the front. Visibilities will be reduced due to snowfall rates and blowing snow. A warning means that a winter storm is already occurring or imminent. This storm could pose a threat to life and property. This statement will be updated by 9 p.m. Alaskan Daylight Time Thursday or sooner if conditions warrant. Please stay tuned to this station for all further updates. You are listening to the National Weather Service Winter Storm Alert from Juneau. The National Weather Service in Juneau has reported an urgent winter weather message. This winter storm warning is for the Glacier Bay eastern Chichagof Island, including the cities of Gustavus and Hoonah. Winter storm warning remains in effect from 1 a.m. to 4 p.m. Alaskan Daylight Time Friday. Snow will begin late Thursday evening, then increase with peak snowfall rates early Friday morning. Snow will taper off and become scattered through late Friday afternoon. Snow accumulations of 4 to 8 inches through early morning with an additional 1 to 2 inches through the afternoon. Storm total accumulation of 5 to 10 inches. Winds will increase along the front with gusts up to 45 miles per hour in exposed areas. Visibilities will be reduced due to snowfall rates and blowing snow. A winter storm warning means that a winter storm is already occurring or imminent. This storm could pose a threat to life and property. This statement will be updated by 9 p.m. Alaska Daylight Time Thursday or sooner if conditions warrant. Please stay tuned to this station for all news and information. You are listening to the Emergency Alert System. The National Weather Service has issued this urgent winter weather message. The National Weather Service in Chanhassen, Minnesota has issued the following advisory. Sleet and snow developing tonight. The storm system remains on track to spread a wintry mix across the region beginning early this morning and lasting through Saturday morning. Initially, warmer temperatures aloft will cause precipitation to begin in the form of mainly freezing rain, which could at times be mixed with sleet. This wintry mix will gradually transition to all snow across the north near St. Cloud and Alexandria by around 6 a.m. The transition to snow will spread southward with Minneapolis and Eau Claire changing over by mid-morning. There will be a lull in the precipitation during the early afternoon with another round of light snow developing Friday evening. Total ice accumulations will range from a trace to a tenth of an inch, which will affect the Friday morning commute. By Saturday morning, snowfall amounts will range from 13 to 15 inches along and north of Interstate 94. Areas south of I-94 will see around 10 to 13 inches. This alert covers the counties of Douglas, Todd, Morrison, Stevens, Pope, Stearns, Benton, Lackey Parle, Swift, Chippewa, Candioti, Meeker, Yolo Medicine, Renville, Redwood, and including the cities of Alexandria, Long Prairie, Little Falls, Morris, Glenwood, St. Cloud, Foley, Madison, Benson, Montevideo, Wilmar, Litchfield, Granite Falls, Olivia, and Redwood Falls. Winter weather advisory remains in effect from 1 a.m. Friday to 1 a.m. Central Daylight Time Saturday. A winter weather advisory remains in effect from 1 a.m. Friday to 1 a.m. Central Daylight Time Saturday. A winter weather advisory is in effect from 1 a.m. Friday to 1 a.m. Saturday morning. Freezing rain possibly mixed with sleet and snow will develop across west-central Minnesota after midnight and spread southeast overnight. The mixture of precipitation will change over to all snow by Friday morning. Ice and snow will cause travel difficulties. Be prepared for slippery roads. A winter weather advisory means that periods of snow and sleet or freezing rain will cause travel difficulties. Be prepared for slippery roads and limited visibilities, and use caution while driving. This station has interrupted broadcasting in order to bring you this winter weather advisory. Please stay tuned to this station for all news and updates. This is KRDT with a special alert.
Good evening, I'm Will Johnson with the 11 o'clock news. Tonight, we start with the huge snowstorm that has been pounding Alaska over the last 8 hours, and is continuing to grow in size and strength as it moves inward towards the mainland United States. Our KFDT meteorologist, Ken Moore, tells us that the storm is already dropping over 12 inches on cities in the path of this storm between the US and Canada. Ken, what can you see thus far?
Will, this storm is incredible by all meteorological standards. The winds from this storm are making visibility next to nothing, and there are a lot of homes without power at this time. We have heard from officials on Chichagof Island that the winds and blinding conditions were extremely severe, and that there are as many as 7 people reported missing on the island. He also went on to say that several homes on the island were severely damaged due to the wind, and that there is a heavy amount of damage to the island overall. Officials on Chichagof Island have stated that they will close many of the main roads on the island until there can be some repairs made. In other news, there were many reports from the provinces of British Columbia and Alberta, Canada, that they have taken a massive amount of damage from the winds and the snow amounts as this storm ripped through the provinces. We will get more on this situation in the next hour. But for now, be prepared as this storm is about to hit in northern Minnesota and Wisconsin. This is Ken Ward, reporting for KFDT News.
The National Weather Service has issued an urgent winter weather message for the Twin Cities and Chanhassen, Minnesota. A wintry mix of freezing rain, sleet, and snow developing tonight. The storm system remains on track to spread a wintry mix across the region beginning early this morning and lasting through Saturday morning. Initially, warmer temperatures aloft will cause precipitation to begin in the form of mainly freezing rain, which could at times be mixed with sleet. This wintry mix will gradually transition to all snow across the north near St. Cloud and Alexandria by around 6 a.m. The transition to snow will spread southward, with Minneapolis and Eau Claire changing over by mid-morning. There will be a lull in the precipitation during the early afternoon, with another round of light snow developing Friday evening. Total ice accumulations will range from a trace to a tenth of an inch, which will affect the Friday morning commute. By Saturday morning, snowfall amounts will range from 3 to 5 inches along and north of Interstate 94. Areas south of I-94 will see around 1 to 3 inches, with the possibility of a lot more snow if a low pressure moves in. This message is for the counties of Mille Lacs, Kennebec, Sherburne, Ysanti, Chisago, Wright, Hennepin, Anoka, Ramsey, Washington, McLeod, Sibley, Carver, Scott, Dakota, Brown, Nicollet, Lisser, Rice, Goodhue, Blue Earth, Waseca, Steele, Polk, and Barron Rusk Street. Croy, Pierce, Dunpep, Chippewa, Eau Claire, including the cities of Princeton, Mora, Elk River, Cambridge, Center City, Monticello, Minneapolis, Blaine, St. Paul, Stillwater, Hutchinson, Gaylord, Chaska, Shakopee, Burnsville, New Ulm, St. Peter, Lisser, Faribault, Red Wing, Mankato, Waseca, Owatonna, Amory, Balsam Lake, Rice Lake, Barron, Ladysmith, Hudson. New Richmond. Winter weather advisory remains in effect from 4 a.m. Friday to 1 a.m. Central Daylight Time Saturday. A winter weather advisory remains in effect from 4 a.m. Friday to 1 a.m. Central Daylight Time Saturday. A winter weather advisory is in effect from 4 a.m. Friday to 4 a.m. Saturday morning. Freezing rain, possibly mixed with sleet and snow, will develop across central and southern Minnesota after 4 a.m. and spread southeast across west-central Wisconsin by sunrise. The mixture of precipitation will change over to all snow by Friday morning. Ice and snow will cause travel difficulties. Be prepared for slippery roads. A winter weather advisory means that periods of snow, sleet, or freezing rain will cause travel difficulties. Be prepared for slippery roads and limited visibilities and use caution while driving. This station has interrupted broadcasting in order to bring you this winter weather advisory. Please stay tuned to this station for all news and updates. This is KRDT with a special alert. The National Weather Service in Duluth, Minnesota has issued an urgent winter weather message at 10:43 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Snow late tonight through Friday for the counties of Southern Cass, Crow Wing, Southern Aitkin, Pine, Burnett, and including the cities of Pine River, Brainerd, Aitkin, Hinckley, and Grantsburg. Winter weather advisory remains in effect from 4 a.m. to 4 p.m. Central Daylight Time Friday. Snow will begin very late tonight and persist through noon on Friday. Heavier snow will linger through Friday evening. The storm system has collided with a high-pressure system from Canada, and snow accumulations of 12 to 24 inches in most areas with isolated amounts of 15 inches are expected. The greatest snow amounts are expected along and south of Minnesota Highway 210 from Brainerd to Hinckley and Wisconsin Highway 70 from Pine City to Spooner. Snow accumulations are expected to be in excess of 24 inches in this area. The National Weather Service in Duluth has reported winds in excess of 30 miles per hour at this time, with gusts of over 75 miles per hour. All citizens are to be advised of the high wind advisory. Expect untreated roads and sidewalks to become snow-covered and slippery, and expect visibility to be very low. Please make sure that all windows and doors are secured and be prepared in the event of a power outage. A winter weather advisory for snow means that accumulating snow will cause travel difficulties. Be prepared for snow-covered roads. Use caution as driving and allow extra time to reach your destination. If you must travel outdoors, please be advised that whiteout conditions will greatly reduce visibility. This station has interrupted broadcasting in order to bring you this winter weather advisory. Please stay tuned to this station. The National Weather Service in La Crosse, Wisconsin has issued an urgent winter weather message. This is a severe weather statement. The following message is being transmitted at the request of the Wisconsin State Police. Reports have been issued to many civil authorities that as many as 93 people have gone missing during this storm. Civil authorities are unsure if this is due to incidents on the road or from the gale force winds, but there have been several reports from Minnesota, British Columbia, and Alberta, Canada. Canadian officials have stated that the number of missing people in wake of this storm has numbered in the hundreds and possibly more. The civil authorities of Minnesota, as well as Canada, have just issued within the last 5 minutes a civil order for all citizens, emergency and non-emergency, to return home and evacuate all roadways. No one is allowed to leave their homes or shelter unless directed by the civil authorities. All public transportation and airlines have been shut down as of 1 a.m. Central Daylight Time. This alert is for the counties of Wabasha, Dodge, Olmsted, Winona, Houston, Buffalo, Trempealeau, Jackson, La Crosse, Monroe, Juneau, Adams, Vernon, Richland, and including the cities of Rochester, Winona, Black River Falls, La Crosse, Sparta, Tomah, Mauston, and Viroqua. If you live in the mentioned areas, you are in the direct path of the storm and are ordered to take shelter immediately. Winter weather advisory remains in effect from 6 a.m. Friday to 1 a.m. Central Daylight Time Saturday. Heaviest snow will begin Friday morning. 18 to 24 inches of snow is expected by Friday night. The Friday morning commute could be impacted depending on how fast the precipitation moves in and accumulates. If you are stuck on the road, remember to keep an extra flashlight, food, and water in your vehicle in case of an emergency. If you must travel outdoors, please be advised that whiteout conditions will greatly reduce visibility. This station has interrupted broadcasting in order to bring you this winter weather advisory. Please stay tuned to this station for all news and updates. This is KRDT with a special weather alert. This message will be retransmitted in 1 minute.
Good morning. This is Vanessa Gillinson for KEYK-TV with a storm force update. As you see, we do not have any TV picture at this time, due to satellite disruption from the storm. Weather satellites have been having a most difficult time tracking the storm, as what we have predicted this storm doing, has not happened. The staff at the K4 Storm Center have reported that all efforts to use Doppler radar have been ineffective as well. What we do see is that the storm is stretching over the northern parts of Minnesota and Wisconsin, as well as the southern parts of Ontario and Manitoba. We are going to our reporter on the scene in northern Duluth, John Hammond. John, what are you seeing out there at the moment?
Vanessa, it is very difficult to see out here. There is a lot of wind. Most of the city has lost power and whiteout conditions have made it nearly impossible to see out here. As you can hear, it's really loud. It's almost like a hurricane-force winds. It's really blowing out here. Feels like
Tony? We lost the signal. We are going to get you more on this very soon, so stay tuned to this station. The state police are asking all citizens to stay indoors and get to the lowest part of their house to seek shelter due to the unusually high winds that this storm is producing. If you are receiving this broadcast, please get a battery-powered radio and tune to 875 AM for the alerts. We are
The National Weather Service in La Crosse, Wisconsin has interrupted all broadcasts for this severe weather statement. Precipitation will move into the region this morning and should come through in 2 main rounds. The first round of precipitation will come through in the morning, with the second round moving in during the late afternoon and evening. The precipitation type will be snow in north-central Wisconsin, where 13 to 15 inches will fall. Further south, a mix of freezing rain and snow will fall across southeast Minnesota, which will turn to all snow by this afternoon. In central and southwest Wisconsin, the civil authorities in La Crosse have stated that they have lost contact with the stations in Duluth, Toronto, Winnipeg, Sault Ste. Marie, the Twin Cities, and Minneapolis. This statement is for Taylor and Clark counties and including the cities of Medford and Neillsville. A winter weather advisory and wind advisory remains in effect from 1 a.m. today to 1 a.m. Central Daylight Time Sunday. Snow will spread in Friday morning with 13 to 15 inches of snow expected by tonight. The weather station in Sault Ste. Marie has tracked the wind speed for this storm now at over 65 miles per hour with gusts of up to 95 miles per hour. A winter weather advisory for snow means that periods of snow will cause primarily travel difficulties. Be prepared for snow-covered roads and limited visibilities. A civil evacuation order remains in effect as of 1 a.m. Central Daylight Time. No one is allowed to leave their homes or shelter unless directed by the civil authorities. All public transportation and airlines have been shut down as of 1 a.m. Central Daylight Time. The civil authorities are asking all residents to be prepared for possible power outages as well. This station has interrupted broadcasting in order to bring you this winter weather advisory. Please stay tuned to this station for all news and updates. This is KEMT with a special weather alert. The National Weather Service in Grand Forks, North Dakota has issued an urgent severe weather statement. Please stand by. More snow for the region late tonight through Friday as an upper-level disturbance will interact with a high-powered cold front to bring another round of snow to the region late tonight through Monday. Total snow accumulations of 20 to 25 inches are expected south of a line from Langdon to Grand Forks and Park Rapids, with winds now predicted to reach almost 80 miles per hour with gusts over 110 miles per hour. Areas of freezing rain or sleet may precede or mix with the snow after midnight south of Interstate 94 before changing to all snow Friday morning. Blizzard warning remains in effect from 1 a.m. Friday to 1 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday for the entire state of North Dakota. Snow will begin to enter the Devil's Lake Basin after midnight and spread southeast through Friday. Some freezing rain or sleet is possible in far southeastern North Dakota late tonight before changing to all snow Saturday morning. Visibility will be restricted to less than 1/4 mile and heavier snow bands. Snow accumulations will range from 20 to 25 inches. A blizzard warning is issued for winter storms with sustained or frequent winds of 35 miles per hour or higher with considerable falling and or blowing snow that frequently reduces visibility to 1/4 of a mile or less. These conditions are expected to prevail for a minimum of 3 hours. We have received a message from Keek TV. Keek TV and the North Dakota State Police are urging all citizens to go to the lowest part of their dwelling or shelter at this time. Please be sure to take a battery-powered radio with you in case of a power outage. Keek TV has reported that this storm has caused unprecedented damage to the states of Alaska, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, and also British Columbia, Manitoba, and Ontario, Canada. The report from Keek TV states that many towns and cities have been extremely damaged from the winds. It is being reported that the storm front that began off the coast of Alaska has not moved, and is growing in intensity. The storm line apparently is stretching from Puget Sound, Alaska to Grand Forks, North Dakota. All citizens are ordered to evacuate streets and return to their homes. All public and airline travel has been suspended until further notice. The President of the United States has declared a state of emergency in the states of Alaska, Minnesota, and Wisconsin. The United States government will be speaking on all channels in approximately 30 minutes. Please stand by for that message. This station has interrupted broadcasting in order to bring you this winter weather advisory. Please stay tuned to this station for all news and updates. This is KWMO with a special weather alert. National Weather Service in Hastings, Nebraska has issued a blizzard warning which remains in effect until 8 p.m. Central Daylight Time Monday. Northwest winds of 85 to 115 miles per hour and gusts of 140 miles per hour are currently moving through the area with blowing and drifting snow and localized low visibility. Visibilities of less than 1/4 mile or lower will be possible. This advisory is for the entire state of Nebraska and the Midwest. These winds have destructive potential and the National Weather Service is advising all residents of the state of Nebraska, Kansas and the Dakotas to go to the lowest part of your home or shelter and stay there until an all clear has been given by the civil authorities. The President of the United States and the Federal Emergency Management Agency have declared a state of emergency in the entire Midwest United States. Officials in Canada have declared a state of emergency as this storm front has begun to move northeast through Ontario. Please do not leave your home for any reason, per order of the United States government. If you travel outside, you put your life at risk. The President has met with officials from FEMA to best handle this situation. You are listening to the emergency alert system. All broadcast and cable systems shall transmit this message.
Good afternoon, this is Gail Lynch, with the latest on this situation that is stunning the United States and Canada. A storm of unprecedented power is ripping through the Midwest and southern Canada, causing massive damage to the area and causing the loss of many lives. This storm is bringing snowfall amounts unlike anything this country has seen in those parts, with some areas getting upwards of 35 inches of snow, and winds of over 100 miles per hour. At this time, we have one of the first true eyewitness accounts to what is happening with this storm. Here with the latest on this unbelievable phenomena, is KWQT correspondent, Jamie Bell. Jamie, are you there?
I am, Gail. It is bedlam out here at this time. I am 20 miles from Hastings, and this storm is unlike anything I have ever seen. Heavy snow driven by hurricane-force winds make it nearly impossible to see anything, and... oh my God!
Jamie, what's wrong?
Yeah! I am seeing buildings being blown apart and being sent upwards! Houses, buildings, cars, and even people are being sucked upwards into the sky! I can't believe that I'm seeing this! Everything is being sucked up into the sky!